Mosiman, the CEO of Analytics. Talk to you a little bit about the business analytics experience here and a little about our background. I've been working in this space for 15 plus years, always looking at how to best align the capabilities of the software and technology with what the business is trying to do with the drivers and major objectives of a company are, and how you can leverage that effectively. BAE Workshop is really a unique experience, a fun, unique experience. It's a simulation that covers 6 or 7 core processes at the transactional level and bubbles all that up into information that you can then use to drive critical decisions across the entire enterprise and really improve your value as a company. And I think what's fun about it is the real-time feedback, if you will. You make decisions, you run a simulation cycle, you come back, you get the results, and very quickly you can see the cause and effect, in real time. You can see how the decisions you're making drive outcomes that drive value, and experience that firsthand.
Relatively speaking. So now you're looking at the market.
So a quick word to the wary. If you came here to watch PowerPoints and presentations around best practices, that's not what's going to happen. We're actually going to ask you to roll up your sleeves, sit down in front of a computer, and make decisions. And we're actually going to contrast your decisions against the other team's decisions around you and see who ends up with the best top line and best bottom line. So it's quite a competitive experience. It's fun, it's hands-on, and you get to see everything in real time. And it's what makes it stand out. A favorite participant of mine was a CEO of actually a software company, and he got up at the end of this and said, "This is what I always thought running a company would be like." And I think that's really the experience you get, which is if I could make decisions and see what happens and have good visibility on how those things fit together, wouldn't that make my job much easier? And that's really what this is about. Not just the experience, but how you can apply it in your company, how you can see this as a direction and a vision for how analytics can make you a more effective company. Let me talk a little bit about who should be attending these workshops. We highly recommend a cross-functional team. Ideally, you want to bring in someone from finance, someone from IT, someone from the sales and marketing side, someone from the supply chain side, and actually get them to sort of live the life of someone else. Walk a day in someone else's shoes, because you get to experience each of those functions and what they're trying to do, and get an understanding of how these different silos really need to work together to have the biggest impact on the bottom line and on the revenue growth for the company. We actually break you up into teams that way, and the decisions you make will then kind of be a nice debate amongst the team, a nice discussion at each juncture, at each key milestone you have in the game.
So that's our market.
Sometimes we're asked, is this a demo, and do they get to use the tools? And the answer is kind of yes and no. We really don't spend a lot of time talking about functionality per se, but we actually use the tool to make decisions, and each of the team members can actually get involved and do a what-if analysis, drill down on the dashboard to look at what's happening kind of at lower levels of detail. So it's a very interactive, hands-on experience, but it's not a product demo. It's really an experience around decision-making and capabilities that support that. So what happens next? What typically do people take away from these experiences? Well, first of all, I think it gives a shared vision for a company and for a team about what analytics represents for them and how they might want to try and get there. It sets them on a path. Later on, once they've actually implemented a lot of capabilities, this workshop is used effectively to raise awareness and increase user adoption. Get people to start thinking beyond Excel and spreadsheets and start seeing how these capabilities really make their life more impactful and drive better results for their jobs and for the company as a whole.